Dear students, welcome in this video. In this video, I am going to explain bonding and structure, hybridization, magnetic character of these two important compounds. And I will also explain which type of hybridization will take place in these two compounds. Here you can see in both compounds, coordination number is 4. But the hybridization is different in both compounds. It will be sp3 hybridization, and in this compound hybridization is dsp2, and in this case geometry will be tetrahedral, but in this case it will be square planar. Let's see how to identify these types of hybridization and structures in these compounds. So watch this video completely. You are watching channel Chemistry by Ranbir Singh. Myself, Ranbir Singh, your chemistry teacher. Let us start our video. Here, in this case, central metal atom is nickel and I. And as you know that it is having 28 atomic number, means 28 electrons are there, and the outermost shell electronic configuration for this atom I am writing here in the form of boxes. See, first orbital is 3d in the outermost shell, and 3d orbital is having 5 orbitals. 3d subshell have 5 orbitals, and it will have electrons. I am writing here 3d8, and after this there is 4s, which is having 2 electrons, and it is also I am writing here in the form of box C, and after that there is a p orbital, 4p, that is empty. It is having 3 orbitals. P subshell have 3 orbitals. It is 4p, means no electron is there. Now in the valence shell, these all orbitals are taken as a valence shell. In this orbital, 8 electrons are there. According to rule, we have to fill all electrons in this case, and we will see that in 3d orbitals, 2 orbitals are half filled and 3 orbitals are full filled. In 4s orbital, both electrons are present, and last one, that is 4p, is empty. Now in this case, to find out the type of hybridization, this type of compound will be here, nickel. What is the oxidation state of nickel? This is the electronic configuration of nickel in ground state. And nickel's oxidation state in this compound is 0. It means nickel is having this compound in the ground state. Therefore, no need to write once again. Already in the ground states, electronic configuration is written here. To show the hybridization sp3d, here one s orbital and 3 p orbitals should be vacant. But here you can see, in this case, 4s orbital is having 2 electrons. It means in presence of nickel, in presence of carbonyl CO, this is a strong ligand. In presence of strong ligand, this nickel's electrons pair up, means carbonyls have the effect to make the central metal atoms electrons which is unpaired, they become paired in presence of strong ligand like CN as well as carbonyl. So these 2 electrons which is present in the 4s will pair up in this 3d orbitals. So in presence of nickel, in presence of CO, carbonyl, pairing will take place. Therefore, in this state, we can write this electronic configuration for the nickel. I am writing once again. See here, in this case, pairing will be there. All three orbitals, 3d orbitals, will have 2 electrons. See, 5 orbitals are there, and these all 5 orbitals are now fulfilled. But these electrons shifted towards 3d, it means 4s become empty. So I am writing here this 4s orbital as a empty. Now, to form compound NiCO4, this compound, we need 4 orbitals, empty orbitals, 1s and 3p. Therefore, if 4 ligands CO donate a pair of electrons to each vacant 4s and 3p, 4s and 4p orbitals, and in this case the orbitals have different type of energies, structures. Therefore, such bonding will be unstable. Therefore, these 4 orbitals will mix up their energies and geometries, structures, and there is a 4 orbitals, new orbitals, which is formed by mixing of energies as well as formation of new orbitals with same type of structure. It means in this process 1s and 3p orbitals will take part, and that's why this type of process which is taking place here, mixing and formation of new orbitals, is known as hybridization. And here 1s orbital is taking part, p orbitals are 3, therefore this type of hybridization is known as sp3 hybridization. So now, after hybridization, all these 4 orbitals become of same kind, with same energy, same structure. Now, in this case, nickel will take a pair of electrons from all 4 carbonyls. It means there is a formation of 4 coordinate bond with 4 carbonyl, and this is the coordinate bond formation which is taking place in this compound nickel tetracarbonyl. I hope you are getting all these things. Now, the geometry or arrangement of this compound can be shown with the help of this structure. Nickel is central metal, and there are 4 carbonyl, which is neutral ligand, and the arrangement will be here. As we know that sp3 hybridization is tetrahedral. The geometry for the sp3 hybridization will be tetrahedral. Tetrahedral means each angle is of 109.5 degree. 4 angles are there, each with 109.5 degree. So I am writing here the structure of this compound. See, nickel is the central metal, and 4 carbonyl are arranged around the nickel with angle 109.5. So see here, this is the structure for the nickel tetracarbonyl. Now, if sp3 hybridization is there, geometry will be tetrahedral, angle will be 109.5 degree. Each angle is of 109.5 degree, and this molecule is a dimagnetic in nature. Why? Because all electrons in all orbitals are paired. If all electrons are paired in a molecule, then that type of molecule will be dimagnetic in nature. And students, I hope that you understand about the formation, structure, hybridization, magnetic character of this molecule. Now come to the next member. Here you can also see that the quantization number in this case also 4, but the hybridization will be different. It means the geometry will be also different. So let us start explanation as well as formation of this compound. Here, as we know that this coordination sphere decide the structure, means secondary valencies which is present between the ligands and central metal within the square bracket are directional in nature. Therefore, the geometry, structure, everything will depends on that part. It means there is no role for the iron sphere which is present like K2 here, but this part is the main for structure. So I am explaining here also the nickel is central metal, so ground state will be the same, but in this case the oxidation state of nickel in this compound NiCN4, let's find it. See, overall negative charge is 4, but total 4 negative charge is there, but overall on this coordination sphere is 2 negative. It means nickel will be in +2 oxidation state. I have explained these how to find out the oxidation states of central metal through 2-3 videos, so you can watch them to know how to find out the oxidation states of central metal. Now nickel in Ni2 positive state, means in the ionic form, nickel's electronic configuration can be written here. As we know that in this case Cn, Ni is having 2 positive charge. It means we can write again this electronic configuration. 8 electrons are present in this 3D orbital and 2 electrons from this 4s will be removed. Why? Because it is the outermost part among these all orbitals. Therefore, 2 electrons from this 4s will be removed to form Ni2 positive ion. See, it become empty. No electron is there now, and again the other empty orbital 4p is present. So this is the electronic configuration for Ni2 positive ion. Now see, in presence of this ion, in presence of cyanide, Cn is a strong ligand. As we know that pairing will take place in case of strong ligand like CO or Cn. Therefore, in this molecule, the electronic configuration of Ni2 positive is having 2 half-filled orbitals, 3D orbitals. So, in presence of Cn is a strong ligand, means Ni2 positive in presence of Cn, strong ligand, what will happen? Pairing will take place. It means both electrons will be filled in this orbital against the Hund's rule. But here, this concept dominates, and that's why Hund's rule will be not followed. So see, in this case, again I am writing this electronic configuration. See, this orbital become empty, and all 4 3D orbitals have 2 electrons, means fulfilled orbitals are there, 4, and 1 orbital is empty. In this way, now in this case you can see there are 1 3D orbital empty, 1 4s orbital empty, and already 4p all orbitals are empty. But to form this type of molecule, this type of hybridization, it means 1d and 1s and 2p orbitals take part. They will mix up their energies, which is having slight difference in each other, and as well as structure is also different. It is a diffuse complicated type of structure. It is having spherical and it is having dumbbell shape. They will mix up their structures and there will be formation of new type of orbitals with same energy, with same type of structure of shape. It means hybridization will take place in these 4 orbitals, 1d, 1s, 2p, and therefore the hybridization will be dsp2 hybridization. I hope you are getting how to show formation of dsp2 hybridization. We required empty orbitals, one orbital from 3d, 4s and 2 orbitals from 4p are required to show this type of hybridization. Now, after this process phenomena, there is a formation of equal type of 4 orbitals. So, 4 CN ligands, in presence of 4 CN ligands, Ni will join. It means there is a formation of coordinate bond between nickel and each CN. So, we will get here this type of molecule. I hope you are getting. It means the formation of this molecule can be again shown. Again we can show. Leave these all orbitals which are not taking part in the hybridization. Only this part I am writing. So there are 4 orbitals. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 CN. Each CN will provide a pair of electrons for bonding with central metal. So I am showing with 2 cross for 2 electrons given by CN. Here CN negative, CN negative, CN negative, and fourth one is also negative, and bonding can be shown with this type of structure. It means overall there are 6 CN negative providing 6 pair of electrons. 4 pair of electrons. There are 4 CN and each providing one pair of electrons to each empty dsp2 orbitals. In this way, this type of hybridization, when this type of hybridization is there, it will be square planar. We must learn this concept. If this type of orbitals will take part, there is a formation of equal type of orbitals, hybridization will be dsp2, and if hybridization is dsp2, geometry or structure will be square planar. So I am writing here this structure. Once again, see here at this side. As we know that nickel is the central metal and square planar, square like structure in 2 dimension, planar. We can draw in this way. This is the square planar structure of this molecule. It means 4 CN negative will be participating here in the formation of coordinate bond. This is the structure. We can write this charge within the square bracket also. See, in place of writing 1 negative on each CN, we can write 2 negative here. I hope you are getting here. This is the structure of this ion, square planar dsp2 hybridization. Structure is this, and each angle will be of 90 degree. And one more topic is left here, that is, now in this molecule, nickel atom is a paramagnetic, but nickel ion is also paramagnetic. But in this compound, nickel is dimagnetic. Why? Because all orbitals are paired. All orbitals are filled with 2 electrons. It means there is no half-filled orbital, and that's why it will be dimagnetic. If any orbital is with 1 electron, that will be paramagnetic. I hope you understand these both type of structures. Thanks for watching this video completely. You were watching channel Chemistry by Ranveer Singh. Myself, Ranveer Singh, your chemistry teacher. Thanks for watching once again.